We hope you enjoyed this tour of Bellevue University's main campus. See you soon.
Yeah, the Lower Center had this kind of gritty feel to it, but so did we. Not the women's bass program, but all these programs for us, I think, very important. We recognize the history building.
If I was describing the Golden years there, tough, resilient.
Those years taught me that there's been a lot of history here. There's been a lot of winning spirits and winning champions. We're a family here.
From those older baseball teams up to volleyball teams, the men's basketball team, we wouldn't have been able to start our program. Really appreciate all the blood, sweat, and tears that was put into Logier.
You have a job and a responsibility, the other number on that wall to win and add a banner. That's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. And it reminds you just all the history, 40, 50 years that we've had here at Bellevue and all the winning that we've done there.
The reason I chose to come to this school and be a part of the program was players on the team, the coaches, the environment.
I think just because I went to that gym on my recruit visit, practicing in there, so many memories, taking out the roof, taking out the lights. When you walk into the gym, it's just you feel a lot of love in that gym.
If the gym was a person, I'd probably give it a big hug.
And I had to say goodbye, I would just give them a giant dap up hug.
The time and all the memories I've had there have been so many good memories.
Having those moments like every other athlete does in the Golden Logier Center, but it's playing games and practice. It's been we're gonna look for the rest of our life.
The Consolidation Play of the Year. Hittingly wins it with the full kill against women. 25-23 in number 3 to sweep.
Thank you very much on behalf of Bellevue University Esports.
On behalf of men's basketball, we just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
On behalf of Bellevue University Softball.
On behalf of the men's soccer team, we want to say thank you to everyone that's contributed to making this facility a reality.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can't wait to get started.
Very much for the new facility. This is going to be a game changer for Bellevue University and Bruin Athletics.
Thank you, Logier, for all the memories. We are looking forward to the brand new ceiling in the Fieldhouse.
Thank you for all the memories in the Gordon Logier and your support. We can't wait to start new memories in the new building.
I just want to say a big thank you to Dr. Mary Hawkins and the Board of Directors for allowing this to happen. We had a great run at Logier, 50 years, and we're looking for 50 more years in a fantastic facility. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hello and welcome to this video tour of Bellevue University's main campus. We're happy to have you with us and excited to show you our beautiful 48-acre campus in Bellevue, Nebraska. Up first is the John B. Muller Administrative Services Building, or what most everyone calls the AFB. Right by the front doors is the One-Stop Welcome Center and Bruin Support Services. Like its name, One-Stop serves as the one-stop shop for all types of inquiries, general information, payment and accounts, financial aid, and technical assistance. The Dean of Student Office and Accommodations Resource Center, other helpful resources located at ASB. Adjoining ASB is the Educational Service Building, known as the ESB. The ESB houses the Military Veterans Service Center. Bellevue University is a proud Purple Heart university and welcomes veterans and their families to the university through a variety of services and support. ESB is also home to the College of Science and Technology. Everyone's favorite thing about the building is the amazing indoor waterfall and the peaceful pond space outside. Welcome to the R. Joe Dennis Learning Center. This building has the most classrooms on campus and is home to the Test Center, state-of-the-art Science and Mathematics Lab, a computer lab, and various full-time faculty offices. Out back, 2 innovative greenhouses are an extension of the science department and support our biology and sustainability programs. The hub of campus life is the Marge H. Durham Student Center. Here you'll find Bruin Dining, which includes the Bruin Cafe, Bruin Market, and everyone's favorite coffee shop, Bruin Blend. The center has patio space for hanging out, recreation space for campus events, and a game room. On the south end of campus is Bruin Village Student Housing. We have 2 complexes, one on Betts Road and on Lloyd Street. This fully furnished and modern apartment-style housing provides students with their own bedrooms, full-size kitchen appliances, and on-site laundry. On the south corner of campus is the Gilbert M. and Martha H. Hitchcock Humanities Center. When you enter through the front doors, you'll see a 280 auditorium often used for various university and community events. The lobby is also where you'll find the College of Business offices and the Joyce Wilson Art Gallery. Down the hallway are connected learning classrooms, traditional classrooms, and also the Courtnage Intelligence Systems Cybersecurity Lab, built for data sciences, systems network administration, and cybersecurity. Next to the Humanities Center is the Durham Administration Building with the iconic clock and bell tower. It is home to residence and student life and international student services. What would a college campus be without a library? The Freeman Logier Library has the largest library collection in Sarpy County. Beyond books, the library offers personalized assistance and hosts various educational and fun events. Located in the back hall of the library, you'll find the Learning Commons, which provides important student resources such as tutoring, writing, and career services. Next up is the Riley Technology Center, also known as RTC. This building hosts the Harper Family Foundation Integrated Technologies Lab Classroom, the Immersive Learning Technology Lab, and the Teach Educate Center of Excellence. Students experience exciting new technology in virtual reality, 3D printing, and high-tech teach tools. The national-ranked co-ed esports team calls RTC home and competes League of Legends, Overwatch, Super Smash Bros., and more. Finally, the Athletics Fieldhouse, the new home of Bruin Athletics. The 72,000 square foot facility sits up on the hill and sports a beautiful competition arena, a full-size practice court, a supercharged weight room, and athletics training facilities, and a state-of-the-art golf room. Outside, there's a prairie overlook and walking trail, not to mention the biggest BU you've ever seen. The facility is home to the university's NAIA sanctioned sports programs: baseball, softball, volleyball, men's and women's basketball, men's and women's golf, men's and women's soccer, and men's and women's cross country and track. Our athletics department continues to grow, and we are excited to be expanding our facilities with the development of the new sports complex. Don't forget, if you need to stock up on your Bruin gear before game day, you can stop at the Helen Barrett bookstore. Here you can find a variety of BU apparel, school supplies, and fun gifts. We hope you enjoyed this tour of Bellevue University's main campus. See you soon.
Yeah, the Lozier Center had this kind of gritty-ish feel to it, but not only the women's basketball program, but all the sports programs are for us. I think it's very important that we recognize the history of the building.
So if I was describing the Gordon Lozier Center, tough, resilient.
Lozier's taught me that there's been a lot of history here. There's been a lot of winning spirits and champions. We're a family here.
The older baseball teams, the volleyball teams, the men's basketball team, we wouldn't have the star program. And we appreciate all the blood, sweat, and tears that was put into Lozier.
We had a job and a responsibility, other number on that wall to win and add a banner. That's something going into the day. It reminds us all the history of 40, 50 years had here at Bell, all the winning that done there.
The reason I chose to come to this school and be a part of the program was players on the team, the coaches, the environment.
I think just because I walked through that gym on my recruit visit, practicing in there, so many memories. Taking out the roof, taking out the lights. When you walk into the gym, it's like you feel a lot of love in that gym.
If the gym was a person, I'd probably give it a big hug.
And I had to say goodbye, I would just give him a giant dap up hug.
The time and all the memories I've had there have been so many good memories.
Having those moments like every other athlete does in the Golden Lozier Center, but it's playing games and practice. It's something we're gonna hold for the rest of our lifetime.
Association Player of the Year, fittingly wins it with the final kill. The Bruins win the match 25-23 in set number 3 to beat the
Thank you very much on behalf of Bellevue University Esports.
On behalf of men's basketball, we just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you on behalf of the University softball.
On behalf of the men's soccer team, we want to say thanks to everyone that contributed to make this facility a reality.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can't wait to get started.
Very much for the new facility. It's going to be a game changer for Bell University and Bruin Athletics.
Thank you for all the memories. We're looking forward to the brand ceiling in the house.
Thank you for all memories in the Lozier and your support. Can't wait to start new memories in the new building.
I just want to say a big thank you to Dr. Mary Hawkins and the board of directors for allowing this to happen. We had a great run at Lozier's, 50 years, and we're looking for 50 more years in a fantastic facility. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hello and welcome to this video tour of Bellevue University's main campus. We're happy to have you with us and excited to show you our beautiful 48-acre campus in Bellevue, Nebraska. Up first is the John B. Mueller Administrative Services Building, or what most everyone calls the ASB. Right inside the front doors is the One Welcome Center and Bruin Support Services. Like its name, One Stop serves as one-stop shop for all types of inquiries, general information, payment and student accounts, financial aid, and technical assistance. The Dean of Students' Office and Accommodations Resource Center are other helpful resources located in the ASB. Adjoining the ASB is the Educational Services Building, known as the ESB. The ESB houses the Military Veterans Service Center. Bellevue University is a proud Purple Heart University, welcome veteran and their family to the university to a variety of service and support. ESB is also home to the College of Science and Technology. Everyone's favorite thing at the building, the amazing indoor waterfall and the peaceful ponds outside. Welcome to our Joe Dennis Learning Center. This building has the most classrooms on campus and is home to the test center, state-of-the-art science and mathematics lab, computer lab, and various full-time faculty offices. Out back, 2 innovative greenhouses are an extension of the science department to support our biology and sustainability programs. The hub of campus life is the Marge A. Durham Student Center. Here you'll find Bruin Dining, which includes the Bruin Cafe, Bruin Market, and everyone's favorite coffee shop, Bruin Blend. The center has patio space for hanging out, recreation space for campus events, and a game room. On the south end of campus is Bruin Village Student Housing. We have 2 complexes, one on Beck Road and one on Lloyd Street. This fully furnished and modern apartment-style housing provides students with their own bedrooms, full-size kitchen appliances, and on-site laundry. On the south corner of campus is the Gilbert M. and Mark H. Hitchcock Humanities Center. When you enter through the front doors, you'll see a 280-seat auditorium, often used for various university and community events. The lobby is also used from the College of Business office, the Joyce Wilson Art Gallery. Down the hallway are connected learning classrooms, traditional classrooms, also the Cognitive Intelligent STEM Cybersecurity Lab, built for data science, STEM network administration, and for security. Next, Humanities Center, Durham Administration Building, with iconic clock and bell tower. It is home to resident and student life and international student services. What would a college campus be without a library? The Freeman Lozier Library has the largest library collection in Sarpy County. Beyond books, the library offers personalized assistance and hosts various educational and fun events. Located in the back hall of the library, you'll find the Learning Commons, which provides important student resources such as tutoring, writing, and career services. Next up is the Riley Technology Center, also known as RTC. This building hosts the Harper Family Foundation Integrated Technologies Lab and Classroom, the Immersive Learning Technology Lab, and the Teacher Education Center of Excellence. Students experience exciting new technologies in virtual reality, 3D printing, and high-tech teaching tools. The nationally ranked co-ed esports team calls RTC home and competes in League of Legends, Overwatch, Super Smash Bros., and more. Finally, the Athletics Fieldhouse, the new home of Bruin Athletics. This 72,000 square foot facility sits on the hill and supports a beautiful competition arena, a full-size practice court, a supercharged weight room, and athletic training facilities, and a state-of-the-art golf course. Outside, there's a great overlook and hiking trail, not to mention the biggest BU you've ever seen. The facility is home to the university's NAIA-sanctioned sports programs: baseball, softball, volleyball, men's and women's basketball, men's and women's golf, men's and women's soccer, and men's and women's cross-country and track. Our athletics department continues to grow, and we are excited to be expanding our facilities with the development of the new sports complex. And don't forget, if you need to stock on your Bruin gear before game day, you can stop at the Hollis Helen Barrett bookstore. Here you can find a variety of BU apparel, school supplies, and fun gifts. We hope you enjoyed this tour of Bellevue University's main campus. See you soon.
Yeah, the Lozier Center had this kind of gritty-ish feel to it, but so did we. Not only the women's basketball program, but all the sports programs before us. I think it's very important that we recognize the history of the building.
So if I was describing the Gordon Lozier Center, tough, resilient.
Lozier's taught me that there's been a lot of history here. There's been a lot of winning spirits and winning champions who are a family here.
Some of those older baseball teams, the volleyball teams, the men's basketball, we wouldn't have been able to start our program. And really appreciate all blood, sweat, and tears that was put into Lozier.
You have a job and a responsibility to other number on that wall to win and add a banner. That's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. And it reminds you just all the history, the 40, 50 years that we've had here at Bell, all the winning that we've done there.
The reason I chose to come to this school and be a part of the program was players on the team, coaches, the environment.
I think just because I walked through that on my recruit visit, practicing in there, so many memories, and out the roof, out the lights, and you walk the gym, it's you feel a lot of love in that.
If the gym was a person, I'd probably give them a hug.
And I say goodbye, I would give them a giant hug.
I'm an memories I've been there, so many memories.
I have this moment like every other athlete does in the Lozier Center, but it's playing games and practice. It's something we're going to hold for the rest of our lifetime.
Association Player of the Year fittingly wins it with the final kill. The Bruins win the match 25-23 in set number 3 to sweep the Dakota.
Thank you very much on behalf of Bellevue University Esports.
On behalf of men's basketball, we just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you on behalf of Bellevue University Softball.
On behalf of the men's soccer team, we want to say thank you to everyone that contributed to making this facility a reality.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can't wait to get started.
Very much for the new facility. This is going to be a game changer for Bellevue University and Bruin Athletics.
Thank you, Lozier, for all the memories. We are looking forward to the brand new ceiling in the Fieldhouse.
Thank you for all the memories in the Gordon Lozier and your support. We can't wait to start new memories in the new building.
I just want to say a big thank you to Dr. Hawkins and the board of directors for allowing us to happen. We had a great run of years, 50 years, and we're looking 50 more years, and a fantastic building. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to this video tour of Bell University's main campus. We're happy to have you with us and excited to show you our beautiful 48-acre campus in Bellevue, Nebraska. Up first is the Jim B. Mueller Administrative Services Building, or what most everyone calls the ASB. Right inside the front doors is the One Stop Welcome Center and Bruin Support Services. Like its name, One Stop serves as the one-stop shop for all types of inquiries, general information, payment and student accounts, financial aid, and technical assistance. The Dean of Students Office and Accommodations Resource Center are other helpful resources located in the ASB. Adjoining the ASB Educational Services Building, known as the ESB. The ESB houses the Military Veterans Service Center. Bellevue University is a proud Purple Heart University and welcomes veterans and their families to the university through a variety of services and support. ESB is also home to the College of Science and Technology. Everyone's favorite thing about the building is the amazing indoor waterfall and the peaceful pond space outside. Welcome to the R. Joe Dennis Learning Center. This building has the most classrooms on campus and is home to the test center, state-of-the-art science and mathematics lab, a computer lab, and various full-time faculty offices. Out back, 2 innovative greenhouses are an extension of the science department and support our biology sustainability programs. The hub of camp life in Mar H. Durham Student Center. Here you find Bruin, which includes the Bruin Cafe, Bruin Kit, and everyone's favorite tea shop, Brew Blend. The center has patio space for hanging, recreation space for kids events, and game room. On south at campus is Bruin Village Student Housing. We have 2 complexes, one on Betts Road and one on Lloyd Street. This fully furnished and modern apartment-style housing provides students with their own bedrooms, full-size kitchen appliances, and on-site laundry. On the south corner of campus is the Gilbert M. and Martha H. Hitchcock Humanities Center. When you enter through the front doors, you'll see a 280-seat auditorium, often used for various university and community events. The lobby is also where you'll find the College of Business offices and the Joyce Wilson Art Gallery. Down the hallway are connected learning classrooms, traditional classrooms, and also Portage Intelligent Systems Cybersecurity Lab, built for data sciences, systems network administration, and cybersecurity. Next to the Humanities Center is the Durham Administration Building with the iconic clock and tower. It is home to residence and student life and international student services. What would a college campus be without a library? Freeman Lozier Library has the largest library collection in Sarpy County. Beyond books, the library offers personalized assistance and hosts various educational and fun events. Located in the back hall of the library, you'll find the Learning Common. It provides important student resources such as tutoring, writing, career service. Next up is the Ride Technology Center, also known as RTC. This building hosts the Harper Family Foundation Integrated Technologies Lab and Classroom, the Immersive Learning Technology Lab, and the Teacher Education Center of Excellence. Students experience exciting new technologies in virtual reality, 3D printing, and high-tech teaching tools. The nationally ranked co-ed esports team calls RTC home and competes in League of Legends, Overwatch, Super Smash Bros., and finally, the Athletics Fieldhouse, the new home of Bruin Athletics. This 72,000 square foot facility sits on a hill and sports a beautiful competition arena, a full-size practice court, a supercharged weight room, and athletics training facilities, and a state-of-the-art golf room. Outside, there's a prairie overlook and walking trail, not to mention the biggest BU you've ever seen. The facility is home to the university's NAIA sanctions programs: baseball, softball, volleyball, men's and women's basketball, men's and women's golf, men's and women's soccer, and men's and women's cross country and track. Our athletics department continues to grow, and we're excited to expanding our facilities with the development of the new sports complex. And don't forget, if you need to stock on your Bruin gear before game day, you can stop at the Hollis Helen Barrett bookstore. Here you can find a variety of BU apparel, pool supplies, and fun gifts. We hope you enjoyed this tour of Bellevue University's main campus. See you soon!
Yeah, the Loge Center had this kind of gritty-ish feel to it, but so did we. Not only the women's basketball program, but all these programs for us. I think it's very important that we recognize this rebuilding.
So if I was describing the Loge Center, resilient.
Logier's taught me that there's a lot of history here. There's been a lot of winning certs and winning champions who are a family here.
Some of those older baseball teams, up the volleyball teams, the men's basketball team, we would have been able to start our program and really appreciate all the blood, sweat years that was put into Logier.
You have a job and a responsibility to other number on that wall to win and add a banner. That's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. And it reminds you just all the history, 40, 50 years that we've had here at Bellevue and all winning that we've done there.
The reason I chose to come to this school and be a part of the program was players on the team, the coaches, environment.
I think just because I walked through that gym on my recruit visit, practicing in there, so many memories, taking out the roof, taking out the lights. When you walk into the gym, it's like you feel a lot of love in that gym.
If the gym was a person, I'd probably get a big hug.
And I had to say goodbye, I would just give them a giant dap up, hug.
The time and all the memories I've had there have been so many good memories.
Having those moments like every other athlete does in the Golden Arrows years, everybody's playing games and practice. It's something we're going to hold for the rest of the time.
Play the year, they win it with the Haskell, the one scratch. 25-23 is set number 3, sweep.
Well, good afternoon, fans, and welcome to Bellevue University and the BU Fieldhouse for our first game of today's Chick-fil-A Classic, featuring the Haskell Indian Nations University Indians and the Central Methodist University Eagles. Bellevue University welcomes all student athletes, game officials, spectators, and all to today's contest. As a member of the NAIA Frontier Conference, members are committed to the true spirit of competition by being a champion of character. Through the 5 core character values the NAIA embraces, which are integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership. We ask each of you as a participant, official, or spectator to abide by these values, creating a positive environment in which our student athletes may participate, our game officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. Thank you for your support and cooperation. Please enjoy our game today. This time, we'll go to the starting lineups. We're going to go with the Central Methodist University Eagles. Here's their starting lineup. Starting at guard, a 6'4" senior from East St. Louis, Illinois, number 1, Tommy Williams. At guard, a 6' senior from Mexico, Missouri, number 2, Isaiah Reams. At forward, a 6'7" senior from Paris, France, number 5, Raphael Gay. At guard, a 6'4" junior from Massillon, Ohio, number 11, Kevin James. Headed forward, a 6'8" junior from St. Louis, Missouri, number 13, Austin Prater. The Eagles are coached by head coach Matt Sherman in his 4th season, assisted by 4'6" Jarrett Fisher and Caleb Stevens. And now here's the starting lineup for the Haskell Indian Nations University Indians. A 5'10 sophomore from the Apache tribe of Oklahoma, number 3, Jude Harris. A 6-foot senior from the Creek Cherokee tribe, number 4, Nehemiah Boykins. A 6-foot junior from the Mandan Hidatsa, Rikora, that's number 5, Jesse White. A 6'5 senior from Nez Perce tribe, number 21, A.J. Ellenwood. And a 6'4 junior from the Navajo Nation, number 23, Kohanan Adazun. The Indians are coached by head coach Matthew Downing in the 11th season, assisted by Macaulay Brown. We'll get game 1 of 2 here today for our Chick-fil-A Classic.
A bit of a delay for some shirt tucks here and some handshakes. We'll get underway. Ball's up, and tip is won by the Eagles. As Isaiah Reams will bring it up for the Eagles. He hands it off around the way. Working outside in as the Eagles may have got away with stepping out of bounds there, but put up and in goes Raphael Gay, scores the first basket for the Eagles.
Raphael Gay scored the first 7 points last night in the win against Hastings College. He's off to a good start again today.
Yeah, what didn't happen last night is Jesse White didn't do a whole lot of fumbling the basketball we just saw there. We'll see if the length of the Eagles plays a factor in this defensively. White's shot is up and off of the mark. Rebound brought down by Austin Prater. Prater gives up to Reams, who wants to call out the offense. Fakes a shot, looks back inside, shot in and up, and again, Gay puts in the first 4 points again here today. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Nice quick passing leading to the easy basket underneath.
Jude Harris now running the offense for the Indians. Gives it off to Boykins again, 20-point scorer for Neo Boykins last night, who gets 2 more here, puts the Indians on the board for the first time today.
If what we saw last night holds true today, more individual effort for the Haskell squad, more team passing for the Central Methodist. We've seen that so far in the early going.
Yeah, Isaiah Reams is beating the entire nation's defense up, and it's letting the easy baskets there. Kevin James buries a 3-pointer from the corner. Talked about runs last night for Central Methodist, and they're off to a quick 7-2 run here. Boykins working inside, nothing there. Great defense, just ripped away by Tommy Williams. Williams strips it away and hands it off, takes it up the other side of the court, tries getting the foul, doesn't get the call. The Indians bring it down.
A couple of easy looks inside for Central Methodist in the early going. Haskell has to tighten up their defense on the interior.
A.J. Ellenwood pops up a shot there off the mark. The Indians just not able to find the bottom of the basket in this one early. Driving inside goes Reams. Reams puts it up, kisses it off the glass. 9-2 run for the Eagles. Indians changing up here, giving the ball back to Jesse White. Try to let him create some offense. He only touched the ball in the first possession. That's not a great start for this Indian Nations team.
You know they're going to focus on him.
Addison gives it up over to Boykins. Boykins for 3 on the way. He's got all 5 of the Indians' points in this one early.
First 3-pointer of the afternoon.
Reams takes his time, this time getting it past half court, calls out the offense. Calls his own number, looks inside, now kicks it out. Wide open look for Williams. No, he passes it up and tries to get it to James, who does save it, gets it back into Prater, who gets fouled. Boykins looking for a high five from the official, doesn't get it, gives one to himself.
Good hustle on the play by Kevin James to keep that one alive. Again, Central Methodist able to penetrate inside with their guard play. Haskell's got to either maybe think about going zone or just do something to tighten up that interior defense.
James looking for somebody. He can't find him. He finally finds Williams. Williams gives it back. One-on-one with White. Grant calls his own number, pops up from the top of the key. No good. Rebound brought back down by Gay, who puts it back up and draws the foul.
First free throws of the afternoon upcoming. Raphael Gay going to the free throw line. Scored 12 points last night, most of them in the first half.
Big side in the first 3 minutes of this one for Raphael Gay. He's been doing a ton of work. First one is up and off the front iron, not strong enough.
Central Methodist 72% from the free throw line last season to begin a whole new crew of players on tap for head coach Matt Sherman.
Second one, this one is true and falls through a 10-5 lead for the Eagles.
Good job of avoiding the half-court trap.
Press put on by the Eagles there, barely getting over across the timeline. Ball back into the hands of Boykins, who hands it off. Back around the horn to Ottergren. The Eagles not giving up an inch defensively, and then rips one away. Go the other way is Raphael Gay trying to go the whole distance. Kisses it off the glass again. 12-5, Eagles lead, and the Indians want to get back quickly and are able to, but the Eagles defense catches up. And then another errant pass. This one picked off by Tommy Williams. He's going to give a lob to Kevin James, who just can't corral it. Jesse White gets out, wants to run. He's got the numbers. He finds an open Indian on the other side, but pushes back to Boykins, who calls his own number. May have, no, they're going to call a foul. Looked like he may have carried there. This one going to go against the Eagles defense.
That one will go against Tommy Williams, his first personal foul.
Yeah, I was looking for a number. I didn't see it. Yeah, you're right. It was going to go. It's time. We're going to get 2 shots for Nehemiah Boykins here. Boykins has all 6 of the Indians' points through the first 3.5 here, the first half.
As you may have heard Ray Quinn talk about the heritage of these Native American players for Haskell Indian Nations University. Nehemiah Boykins of Creek and Cherokee heritage.
Yeah, they don't list their hometowns, just the tribes that they represent. Boykins' second shot is good. All 7 points on the back of number 4, Nehemiah Boykins, through this first half, excuse me. Reams brings it up, hands it off to Williams, trying to create something on the corner, but looks inside. Guess who? Raphael Gay there again and draws another foul as A.J. Ellenwood absolutely hammered him on the shot.
Nice back cut to the basket by Raphael Gay.
Yeah, that's 3 possessions. He's been able to trail on the left side, not have anybody come with him, find his way easily to the basket.
2 shots upcoming for Gay, native of Paris, France.
His third free throw is good. Perfect from the field. He's 3 of 3 from the field, and now 2 of 3 on the day from the free throw line.
Quite an international flavor to this Eagles roster. In addition to France, they have players from Sweden and England as well.
He makes both of them. That gives the Eagles a 14-7 lead. We talked about that big lead they got out to early last night against Hastings. We'll see if they can keep the pace here against the Indians, and they're able to cause another turnover, just a 3rd turnover in the first 4 minutes here. Gay wants it under the hoop again and gets it. This one is good as well. He is perfect. 4 of 4 from inside the paint today. 16-7 lead. The Eagles trap is back on. They're able to pressure it, and another long pass, but Jesse White able to get to this one. He has been quiet through the first part of this game, but an assist there. He finds one underneath and just drops it off to Aaron Campbell.
Nice athletic play in midair by Jesse White to find his teammate.
Yeah, we saw a ton of that last night.
He's kind of a body contortionist. He's able to whip that basketball from behind his back and around his shoulders, behind his head.
Campbell who just made that basket a minute ago with a great defensive play there. Gets the rip and steal on the other side. Boykins looking underneath for Campbell, who just can't corral it, and James can't corral that one either. The ball will stay with the Indians with 17 on the shot clock.
An opportunity lost there for Haskell. They had the easy look inside, but couldn't quite find the basketball handles.
We got a notification of subs, but nobody's subbing in or out. Ryan Hawkins looking to inbound, gets it to White. White, one dribble, trying to create on the outside, gets a 3-pointer shot up, and this one is good. Jesse White on the board for the first time today. 12-16, the Indians trail.
And we don't think that'll be the last basket made by Jesse White today.
We might call his name a few times today. Prater looking around, gets it off to Williams. Williams over to James. James one step to his right, dribbles to the left, takes his own number, and gets it to fall through. 18-12, the Indians The Eagles with a 6-point lead.
Eagles doing a nice job of spreading the floor on the offensive end. That creates a lot of angles to the basketball, back picks and cuts to the hoop.
White to Boykin. Boykin fakes the three-point shot, takes it into the lane, lays it up. Haskell not going away. They're answering everything the Eagles are throwing at him. Lead cut down to 4. As Reams calls out the offense.
9 points now for Neil Boykins.
Yeah, he had 20 last night. He's almost halfway there. Just 5 minutes into this game. Big inside for Gay. Gay gets it out around for Prater. Prater's been quiet. Gets this one swatted away by Campbell, who pushes the offense up to White. White wanted to get out and run, but the Eagles defense got back a little too quickly. White dribbles into the elbow. Euro step inside, kisses the rim all the way around and rims out. Back down to the Eagles. Reams looking to his left, nothing there. Gives up wide, deep 3 shot. It is good. As Austin Prater, the junior out of St. Louis, from downtown nails that one, 21-14, Eagles lead.
Prater had 8 points and 12 rebounds in the win last night over Hastings College.
I don't think Haskell's going to leave him that open again. So it gets filtered in. Campbell gives it off to White. White, some shake and bake moves. A 3 on the way, just can't hit the mark. Ball brought back down there to say last touched by an Eagle. I say maybe Tommy Williams got his hand on that one. The ball will stay with Haskell. We'll take a media timeout here. We're going to see a few of those today. There'll be one every half at least throughout this game. 21-14, Central Methodist leads here in the Chick-fil-A Classic. Don't forget, you can be a part of our broadcast today. Mick, go and give them the phone number to be a part of this. Whether you're an Eagle, an Indian, or just checking out the broadcast for the first time, we invite you to be a part of the Bellevue Bruins broadcast. That phone number.
That magic number is 402-515-7654. We'll give that number a couple of times during the course of the game. We had a nice crew of people sending in their texts yesterday afternoon for both games. It was always fun to listen. We've heard people from all over the United States and Canada, too.
One more time,
402? Our text, 402-515-7654. Jimmy's typing that in on the YouTube page as well, so it's available there.
Yeah, we'll throw that number in there in case you missed it. You're joining us late. So we'd love to hear from you today. Don't forget to stick around. After this exciting game, we have Bellevue men's basketball action for you, too, as Lucas Gabriel and his team getting ready to take on the Broncos of Hastings to cap off the Chick-fil-A Classic tonight. At 21-14, your score here, the Eagles of Central Methodist out of Missouri leading the Indians of Haskell University out of Oklahoma.
Kansas.
Kansas. There
Excuse
me. Went a little too far south, out of Lawrence, Kansas. Neil Boykin set to inbounds here for the Indians.
Eagles shooting 73%, Indians shooting 56%. The early minutes of half number 1.
Boykins gets into Campbell and gets it back. He's looking inside, finds Campbell again underneath. Kisses this one off the glass for the assist. And then the press comes on from Haskell. As Ryan Hawkins just trying to slow the tempo down of these fast Eagles.
And I'm going to take back what I said earlier on, that the Indians last night relying a lot on individual effort. We've seen a lot of team play here in the early going today, a lot of assists already.
Much different approach. However, on the other side, the Eagles just kind of running through number 5 as Raphael Gay has another easy hook shot there. Eagles lead 23-16.
Gay at 6'7" and a pretty good girth to him as well. The Eagles don't have anybody really that matches up well against him.
Jesse White brings it up and hands it off. Hawkins looks downside for Boykins. Boykins tries putting one up over his head. He got hit in the mouth, and he's hurt. He's dropping down to a knee right now. Looks like he may have a bloody nose. The Eagles get a 5-on-4 advantage as the shot goes up on the other side. It is good. As Isaiah Bonaparte just drills that one. Neil Boykins is still grabbing at his face. Sorry, I scratched that. It was Davion Giddy, thank you, for the Eagles. And Neil Boykins it looks like he's bleeding. So they may have to have him come off the court. That is not what you want if you're the Indians. He has been your kind of do-it-all guy here through this first half, and he heads over to the sideline. No foul call there. He took an absolute shot to the chops. Regardless, the Indians have the basketball, and they've got Jesse White, and he's in control here. They trail by 10 early in the first half.
Let's see how much Jesse White just kind of takes over for his team.
Yeah, White looking for another foul, doesn't get it. They'll try to slow down this offense. That doesn't happen either. Shot up and off the mark. Missed. It's going to stay. No, they're going to say it goes back to Haskell. As
Isaiah Bonaparte penetrating in the lane there, but couldn't get off a good shot.
Yeah, Bonaparte had a little bit of space. He hung in the air for a while, just couldn't get that one to fall. Ball back to Haskell.
Both teams showing a very impressive quickness on the floor, those bursts of speed to try to create shots.
Ryan Hawkins starts with the ball in his hands, so you got to wonder if that was an opportunity to try to get Jesse White something away from the ball. And just a quick turnover here. Raphael Gay down the other way. Shot up and a foul and one. Raphael Gay will head back to the free throw line. 6'7" senior is just getting everything he wants early in this game.
And up to 15 points now already through the first 8 minutes of half number one.
Yeah, I think there may be a game plan to get 5 the basketball in this early part of the Eagles' game plan.
Jude Harris into the game for Haskell Indian Nations University.
And Cordell Funmaker actually checks in also, so swap out for the Indians. They go 2 in, 2 out here. Gay's shot not strong enough, but somehow bounces twice and finds the bottom of the cylinder. 29-16. He's got 16. The Indians have 16. His Eagles lead by 13, though.
Oh, Gay has already scored 4 more points than he scored last night in the entirety of the game.
Funmaker gets his first look at it and doesn't even hit the net. Rebound down to Gay. He's doing it all on both sides. Dreams wants to get out and run. Gives it back to guess who? Raphael Gay again. This one too strong. Doesn't get the call this time. Jesse White's got the numbers here. We'll see if he takes advantage. Goes quickly. Can't get to the basket now. Does. Sweet move. Pivot in, pivot out. Gets to the rim and gets 2 more points for the Indians. 18-19. They trail 11.
Again, that great burst of speed, leaving the defender behind.
Kylan Smith left wide open on the corner, and he makes the Indians pay for it. 32-18. Eagles on top.
3 threes already made by the Eagles. Indians not too far behind. They've made 3 with that one from the corner.
Yeah, White kicks it out to Randy Jacobs Jr., who buries that. Sorry, scratch that. Sorry, that's Cordell Funmaker. Say, we're going to call it blocking, maybe a moving screen.
Moving screen against Gay.
On Raphael Gay. For some odd reason, that's going to send him to the bench. Maybe he's not doing enough out there. Probably needs a break.
Needs
more
a
than
break,
anything.
yeah. Thomas Sowolu checks into the game.
Checks in for him. We'll see if he can come anywhere near the productivity that Raphael Gay is giving him.
Sowolu again with big size as well. Let's see the Indians try to match up against him.
Campbell thought about it and gives it up. White goes one-on-one, trying to create anything. Probably got away with the travel there, but Campbell able to corral it, spins in, pivots out, tries to get a handoff, turns it over. Going back the other way is Reams. Reams gets harassed, but is able to get rid of it. Now looking for an open shot, not there. Takes it down, dribbles into traffic, almost loses it. Gives it up to Giddy. Giddy back to Reams. Reams dribbles off his foot for the second time. Back to Giddy. Hands off one more time to Bonaparte. Bonaparte hands it off, 3 on the way, just off the mark from Giddy. Rebound goes back down to the Indians. Pushing up court now is Jude Harris. Harris gives it back. Looking inside is Jacobs. Jacobs takes it the hole. Had a look at it, just rolls off the cylinder back down to the Eagles.
Tried to be a little bit too fancy, I think, with that little spin roll off the hand.
Style points don't count for any extra. I know some people may be confused by the NAIA rules, but that doesn't count for more points.
Jesse White picks up his first personal foul. 15 foul against Haskell.
Yeah, that's going to send Jesse White to the bench. They're going to have some subs coming in here as we take another break. 32-21. Don't forget 402-515-7654 is how you can become a part of our broadcast today. We'd love to hear from you and get your thoughts on this early college basketball season as the Eagles of Central Methodist up by 11 here on the campus of Bellevue University.
First text in the queue. Thanks again for the awesome broadcast today. Watching from the storied Massillon-McKinley rivalry football game. Thanks for the broadcast and your slam dunks announcing. Especially proud for awesome Jackson High grad, Polar Bear grad Kevin James. I've got a picture of the football field as well.
It is a college football Saturday. That may be a reason for a little bit of a scarce crowd here. Obviously, both these teams not from the Bellevue area, but great turnout for Dave Denley and his women's basketball team as they get a 77-47 victory in our first game of the day here from the Chick-fil-A Classic. And a lot more sparks here in the first half of this game as we've already got 53 combined points through just under 10 minutes.
There's no slow gear for either of these two teams. They like to push the pace and get the ball into the front court.
Yeah, we wondered if the Eagles' size was going to cause the Indians to slow down. That has not been the case, and Jesse White does come back out. Neo Boykin still not out there after taking a shot to the chops, and looks like he's maybe the next in because he's sitting at the end of the bench right now, but the Eagles with the ball.
Macaulay Brown, the head coach today, For Haskell Indian Nation, Matthew Downing unable to make the trip to Bellevue.
Isaiah Bonaparte looks at the top of the key and then hands it off to Smith. Smith back to Bonaparte, back over on the other side of Williams. Williams kicks it back out 3 on the way. It's good. It's Keelan Smith on the board for the first time today.
The 5th tray of the afternoon for the Eagles.
Jesse White does choose to slow it up here. Maybe trying to let the offense come to him a little bit. Step back. That's going to be a 2 if it's good and off the mark, but White gets his own rebound, puts up another one. Can't find the bottom of the cylinder either. The ball comes back down to the Eagles. They want to get out and run. And then Williams slows it up and almost loses it.
Every basketball coach you ever had said, follow your shot. Good example of that there for White, but he couldn't convert either of the 2.
Yeah, he's off to a slow start here. Not what we saw from him last night. Bonaparte leading the offense now. Second time he's lost his handle here. Ball back under 7 to shoot. We're going to say
stepped on the sideline.
Stepped on the sidelines. Giddy just couldn't keep his handle there, touched the line. And great sign if you're an Indians fan. Neil Boykins checking back into the game. White calling out the offense. Gets past the time stretch. Hands it off. You got to think this one's going to run through 4 now that he's back out there. Now he's got the ball. Looking for White and finds him. Dribbling inside. No, sorry, excuse me. That's Harris. Harris finds White down the corner trying to create anything. Just gets in the air and gets a foul.
Blocking foul on the drive to the basket. I like our official. He's very emphatic with his calls.
Yeah, he doesn't mind pointing and calling out the number. That helps us way up here in the bird's nest very much so. That's going to go against Isaiah Bonaparte, which will give the ball back to the Indians. Harris.
First personal foul, 3rd team foul against the Eagles.
Harris gets it in and then gets the ball back. Shot up, athletic move, but not strong enough as the Eagles are going to come down with it.
Sawulu with the rebound. Again, another burst of speed from Bonaparte.
No basket, they're going to call it on the floor.
That'll go against Jude Harris for Haskell. First personal, now 6 team fouls against Haskell Indian Nations University.
One more, and that'll put the Eagles into the bonus. Bonaparte calls out the offense and gets it in to Williams. Williams trying to create his own shot. Boykins there to swat it away and comes down with the rebound. Gives it out to White. The Indians trying to get out and run. They run into a ton of black jerseys, though. White's got to dribble it out and reset the offense.
Jesse White showing he can play some defense, too, making the play for the Indians on that last trip down.
Strong move by Neo Boykins there, just getting a finger roll to roll through the cylinder. Cut the lead down to 12, excuse me.
Boykins now in double digits with 11.
Yeah, the biggest reason for this deficit right now is number 4 being on the bench. So that's going to be a big get back as the Eagles put up a 3-point shot. That went off the mark for Keelan Smith. Ball back down to Jesse White in the Haskell offense. Easy for me to say.
Haskell's going to try to get this back into single digits in the next minute or 2. Don't have to get a big chunk.
White step just not strong enough. He's coming up short. You got to wonder how much the fatigue from last night is playing in effect today. Bonaparte wants to get out and run, looking underneath. Getting swatted away after what looked like a very strong move. Sawulu just can't handle it there. Boykins on the other side goes up strong. He takes another shot to the face. Boykins will head to the line to shoot 2.
Urgent Care Clinic just down the road. Nehemiah Boykins may need to make a visit down there.
He's got some swelling developing under his nose already as well.
He's catching some deep breaths as well while he waits for the official to toss him the basketball for 2 free throws here. 4 for 5 from the floor, 2 for 2. Now 2 for 3 from the free throw line.
Right on cue for the announcer's curse.
Bang.
7-11, 7-11 to play here in the first half. A little bit of a drought for the Eagles, and right on cue, Raphael Gay checks back into the game. He's kind of done everything for him through this first half.
Isaiah Reams also checking back in for the Eagles.
Boykins, big deep breath.
Second one goes down.
11-point lead. Press put on by the Eagles. Thought's got to be to keep it out of Five's hands. He's kind of been the kryptonite so far through this one for Haskell. Tommy Williams dribbles in. Now they go back around the horn. Wide open 3 on the way from Giddy off the mark. Eagles tried to corral it and they couldn't as Tommy Williams just can't handle that one. It's going to go back to Haskell.
Haskell Indian Nations asks for 30-second timeout.
Yeah,
now they're going to say media timeout.
Yeah, I was going to say Matthew Downing pointed back at the booth and said, no, they called it first. Save that one, keep it in pocket, Coach. 35-24, his Indians trail by 11 here. But obviously the game with Neo Boykins in, Neo Boykins out, it's been kind of the difference to this one.
Coaches, officials, and announcers still trying to get used to the new timeout rule going here. But yeah, Nehemiah Boykins, the difference maker for Haskell Indian Nations University. And
right now we got some buffering issues going on too. So apologize about that if you're watching on the stream. We got some buffering issues happening. It's the first time it's happened in this game, so hopefully this only happens during timeouts. That'd be great.
No
for
problem at all. Boykins with 12 points, leading the way for Haskins. Gay with 16 points, leading the way for Central Methodist.
Yeah, Raphael Gay has got 11. He's 4 of 4 from the field, and 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. He was out for a short stint there. You got to make it a point. Get the ball back in Five's hands. But right now, I think the other story on the other side, other than Neo Boykins, is Jesse White's really been kept in check here through this first half. He's had some struggle. A lot of his shots coming up short. You gotta wonder how much that 12-hour turnaround's got to do with it.
Yeah, that fatigue. I mean, they played yesterday the second game, so they got done. Started at 7, so it got done about 9 o'clock or so. Turn right back around. You're sleeping in a different bed at a hotel somewhere, and back out on the floor to play once again.
We were here early for the women's game earlier, and both these teams were already here in attendance, so very quick turnaround here on the Chick-fil-A Classic. Hawkins now trying to find something, gets over to White. White working to his right and then gives it up back to Hawkins. Hawkins thought about going up, but just too many black jerseys in the way. White wide open, but from way downtown off the mark. That will fall out of bounds and back to the Eagles.
Good backside defense help for Central Methodist on that play to deny Hawkins the easy route to the basket.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Indians are getting some pretty good looks right now. They're just coming up shorter, a little bit too strong depending on where the shot is coming from. Smith now working on White and then gives it up back inside to Gay, who runs into 3 jerseys. And they're kicking around the horn. 3-0 point on the way from Williams. This one is true. A little bit of frustration starting to set in for Haskell. Jesse White takes a big, deep breath. Tries to get something going on the other end with just 6 to play here in the first half.
Unfortunately, that's what happened when you commit 3 players to try to block the shot inside. It opens up somebody from the outside.
Boyd gets for 3. That one comes up short as well. Rebound comes back down to the Eagles as Williams wants to get out and run. Calls out the offense. They had 2 guys under the basket. He could have kicked it to there, but now they get a wide open 3. Look, Smith on the way off the marker. White gets the rebound and comes back down with it and takes a charge down the other side of the court.
Nice save by Ellenwood on the play to keep it alive for the Indians.
White dribbles in, spins out, puts up a shot. This one off the back iron this time. Jesse White just can't find the nylon today. 24-38, his Indians trail.
Just 2 for 9 from the floor this afternoon for White.
Williams kicks this one out to Smith again. This one off the mark as well. Rebound back down to Ryan Hawkins. To slow it up. White looks inside, wide open pass is too strong. Off the fingertips of A.J. Ellenwood. That's going to go back to the Eagles.
I think Raphael Gay may have got just a little piece of that one to force the turnover against Haskell.
Yeah, there's some frustration building up from Haskell right now as Jesse White just shaking his head, just trying to figure out some sentiment of rhythm here for this offense.
Kevin James checks back in for the black-clad Eagles of Central Methodist.
12-point game, Eagles lead. Williams wide open 3, gets a shot up, and it is good. Jesse White closed late. Got there too late. Is that one good? The Indians want to get out and run. They had the numbers, but the Central Methodist defense just closes in on him as Boykins tries to create something here. Runs into a double team. High pass save. Jesse White's going to take a deep 3-point. He may have been touched there. That one too strong off the mark again. Rebound comes back down to the Indians. Boykins tries to create something. Nothing there. The size differential. Raphael Gay just goes up and meets him at the high point.
Quickly down the floor, and
that almost looked like an open miss dunk, but somehow Austin Prater got that one to fall back through.
And the official's going to wave it off. Wave it for hanging on the rim.
Yeah, he hung on the rim, and they're going to say that altered the shot, so don't count the basket. Lead stays at 17. There's some changes coming in here.
A scoring out of over 2.5 minutes for Haskell. They need to put the ball in the hoop to get back into this one, trailing by 17 points.
Jude Harris checks back in for Haskell. Looks like Harold Merrick is in as well. Merrick hands it off. They're going to go back around. 4 new players out for the Indians. Ball in the hands of Campbell. Campbell hands it off to Harris. Harris trying to create something at the top of the key. Nothing there. Gives it up. Dribbling around the other side is Randy Jacobs Jr. Jr. puts it up. Off the mark, gets his own rebound, puts it back. That one is good. 26-41. Indians back on the board. James brings it up and gives it off to James. James looking around for Perkins. Marcus Perkins in the game for the first time. It's up to Williams. Williams back around the horn to Perkins. Perkins gives it under to James. James nothing there. Gets struck. Has to pick up his dribble. Now finds Williams, who bails his buddy out. Trying to make something happen in a one-on-one situation. They're going to call a push. That's going to go against Zaire Michael Fuller, who picked up his first foul of the day. And that's going to put the Eagles into the bonus.
That's about as deep into the shot clock as Central Methodist has been this entire day. They're usually down the floor and get that shot off within the first 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest lineup we've seen from Haskell to this point with 3:41 to play in the first half, trailing by 15. Free throws up. It is good.
But the two main scorers for Haskell currently on the bench, so a chance for this five of floor to prove themselves on both ends of the court.
You got to figure this is probably a defensive strategy, too. Let's try to put some bodies out there to eat up some time and be a little more physical. Williams' second free throw is up. It is good.
Haskell has only made one of their last 7 shots.
Just under 4 to play here in the first half. And press stays on from the Eagles, and this is what worked in the first half. It doesn't work here, though. As a great look there by Aaron Campbell, who just finds his way to the basket, cuts through the defenders, and then a turnover. Ball will go back to Haskell's. The Eagles wanted to get out and run. They had the numbers, but Kevin James just can't catch that pass. The ball will go back to Haskell, and the Eagles want to slow things down. And head coach Matt Sherman calls the timeout. In his 4th season at the top of this Eagles program, he's got them firing on all cylinders here early. 30-second timeout, 43-28. Central Methodist leads. They were dominant last night, and it looks like they haven't missed a step yet today, Nick.
Just a little composure timeout for his team. They've still got a sizable lead, but they didn't like the way the last several plays unfolded. Quick coach's salute. Matt Sherman in his 4th year at the helm of Central Methodist. His assistant coaches are Forrest Hicks, Jared Bisher, and Calix Stevens. On the Haskell side, Matthew Downing, the head coach in his 11th season, unable to make trip this weekend, so Macaulay Brown, the assistant coach, stepping in to do all the duties for Haskell.
Again, both these teams in action last night. The Indians fall to Bellevue University last night. Central Methodist gets the win over Hastings. Both those teams will be in action following this game. Is it a 7 o'clock or 6:30 tip, right? 4:30. 4:30 tip for that game. So don't go anywhere immediately following this one here at the Chick-fil-A Classic. Back to action as Harold Merrick brings the ball up the court for the Indians. Boykins and White still on the bench for Haskell. Merrick trying to make something happen. Just smothering defense by the guys in the black jerseys right now. The Eagles with so much length and talent on this team. And a foul is going to go against Marcus Perkins. Randy Jacobs Jr. just tried taking him off the dribble and beat him on the first step, but that is just the 5th team foul for the Eagles.
First personal against Perkins. Still not a shooting situation. 2 more to give.
Merrick gets it in, hands it off. Jacobs gives it up. Shot up and on the way, off the mark. As Jude Harris just can't find the bottom of the net again. This one comes back down to James, who wants to run the length of the court, puts up a shot, cuts to the defense, off the mark, but coming back and finishing is Austin Prater, who trailed behind him and just cleaned up the mess.
Just great timing on the play by Prater. Saw where the ball was going to go, at the apex of its height, and then put it back down.
Harris gives the handoff here to Merrick. Merrick maybe got away with a little push off there. Creates some space, and a shot put up and on the way from Fuller. Just can't make it the shot, and then gets in the way. It causes a pretty pointless penalty there. Just one guy on 3. They don't need to slow him down.
He was a little frustrated that his shot didn't go in, so we're trying to do something on the defensive end, but instead pays a penalty with the foul.
It's just kind of what happens when you get behind on a 17-point deficit this early. You just try to do too much, try to cut into a lead.
Exactly right. Tyson Rudemacher back into the game for Haskell Indian Nations University.
Listen, Isaiah Reams to the free throw line to shoot 2. 8th team foul for the Indians in the first half. Shot is up and good.
Eagles shooting 88% from the free throw line this afternoon.
Feels like we blinked and this lead has gotten to 18 points already. Ream's second shot is up and through.
That's what Central Methodist did yesterday to Hastings College. Got off to that 14-0 start, and the next thing you know was a 23-point advantage. And
they're playing smothering defense and fast-paced offense. Almost another turnover there, but the Indians able to recover. Rodemaker is able to corral it and then gives it up over to Harris. Way out on the logo is where how far out the Eagles are playing defense. Almost looks like a Rick Pitino style defense where they're going to guard you the length of the court. As James trying to cause a turnover here, but they're going to get called for a shove.
And it's hard to emulate what you can do with defense. You know, if you're practicing your second teamers trying to play defense against your first teamers, they can't bring the intensity that the Central Methodist squad is really doing.
The length that they have as well. That'll be just the 6th-team foul against the Eagles. Still no free throws here in the first half. As Harris just hands it off, trying to find something. They give it up at the top of the key to Fuller. Fuller can't get anything to go there. Ball back to the Eagles. Spinning move inside for
nice athletic play there, huh?
Hung in the air for about a minute and a half. Finds a way to get that one to fall through the basket. 1:30 to play here in the first half.
The lead continues to grow, now 21. That's been the largest lead of the afternoon.
Harris just trying to get something going, and Coley Brown not going back to his 2 leading scorers, trying to probably save them for the second half as Boykins and White still on the bench. Scoop layup underneath is good as Aaron Campbell just finally gets the Indians on the board. After a 4-minute scoring drought? 3-minute scoring drought?
3 minute, it just clicked off the screen here, so they had a 2.5 minute scoring drought earlier, now another one here.
Yeah, Rodemacher just tried bodying the ball handler there as Reams just cuts through, and then a foul is going to go against Aaron Campbell. That'll send Reams back to the free throw line. His team up 21.
Only 4 different Haskell players have scored thus far this afternoon as opposed to 7 for Central Methodist, so more weapons in the Eagles' arsenal.
Reams converts the 3-point play. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Central Methodist leads by 22, and the press back on.
Good job of breaking the press, though. Some shorter, quicker passes to get through, but it takes time off the shot clock.
Harris calls out the offense, hands over to Jacobs. Jacobs gives it up to Campbell. Campbell looking inside, nothing there. Back to Harris. About 30 seconds separates shot and game clock. Handler goes back inside to Jacobs. Can't find it there. Tries to just lean into the defender and gets the call. Does not get the basket, but that will send him to the free throw line and put the Indians into the bonus.
Eagles shooting 75% from the free throw line this afternoon. Chance to put some points on the board without time off the clock.
Free throw is up. That is off the mark. Jacobs just trying to get his team willed back into this one. Misses the first free throw. Second one is up, and that one rims out as well, but rebound comes back down to Campbell, who puts it back up and makes up for the 2 missed free throws with an easy basket.
So Campbell now with double digits, 10 points for him on that follow-up. He's 5 for 5 from the floor.
Shot clock is off, so the Eagles have the ability to hold here and play for the last shot. Looks like that's what they'll do is Harris keeps the defense on, and Reams just dribbling it out, just trying to keep some space between he and the defender. He's going to have to take this one in now, just under 7. Gives up the pass, 3 on the way. They're going to say it was on the floor before the shot, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. That's going to go against Jacobs.
First personal against Jacobs.
10th team foul of this half. So send Isaiah Reams to the free throw line yet again to shoot 2.
Reams at 7 points.
Make it 8. 23 has been the largest lead. They're back up 21 are the Eagles. Reams the chance to make it 22 here. Shot up. It is good.
Reams has been on the floor for 17 minutes of the first half action. That's the most of any of the Central Methodist players.
Harris with a 3 on the way. Kisses off the back of the backboard. No good. 22-point lead heading into halftime for Matt Sherman and his Eagles with a giant lead. We saw this team get up last night, Mick, by a big margin. They let Hastings chomp back into it. We'll see once Jesse White and Nehemiah Boykins are back out there if Haskell can kind of turn this thing around.
Yeah, it's just one of those situations where, you know, you're behind by a whole bunch. You got to try to hope that things can happen in little bits, you know, just nip away at the lead. Not going to get a 22-point deficit taken care of right away. So hopefully a few more of the baskets are going to fall in the second half. Only 39% for Haskell in that first half of action, whereas the Eagles shooting pretty much lights out at 60%.
Yeah, interesting kind of dynamic here with Bellevue University getting ready to play their game tonight, and obviously taking on Hastings. We've kind of seen the Eagles Commodore this conference room behind us as opposed to one of the locker rooms. Obviously, with the Chick-fil-A Classic and 6 teams in town, this is a large building, but kind of hard to still house 6 basketball teams.
One of the problems is, separation between men's and women's locker rooms. So with women's games originally, the noon game between the Bruins and St. Mary, you can't use the same locker rooms, obviously, for showers and other considerations with that. So there's a bunch of locker rooms, but just not quite enough to accommodate 6 different teams simultaneously.
And I think that's kind of a cap to the folks here at Bellevue University. They've been able to put on events like this, even with the smaller venue that they've been playing out over the last 30 years down at the Logier Center. But the Chick-fil-A Classic is one of our favorite time of year here on Bellevue's campus when we see some great action across both men's and women's basketball. Jimmy Allen, Mick Krepsky with you here. 54-32, the Central Methodist Eagles lead the Haskell Indian Nations University Indians at halftime. Mick, final thoughts on the first half?
Well, again, just many more weapons for Central Methodist. They have now 8 different players that have gotten their names in the scorebook, only 4 for Haskell Indian Nation, so we'll see if that changes much at all in the second half in just a little bit.
Well, we're going to take a little break here at halftime, come back for the second half action, and don't forget to stick around for Bellevue University's men's basketball team as Lucas Gabriel's squad gets ready to take on the Broncos of Hastings. Enjoy shoot-around. We'll see you at the start of the second half.
Back
Welcome back to the Bellevue Sports Network. Jimmy Allen and Mick Krepsky with you here from the Chick-fil-A Classic on the campus of Bellevue University.
Once again, if you'd like to join us via the text message, 402-515-7654.
Again, first half action are the Eagles of Central Methodist University lead the Indians of Haskell Indian Nations University 54-32. And our second game of the triple header on the campus of Bellevue University, Dave Day, the women's basketball team for Bellevue University, wins 77-47 over College of St. Mary's. If you're just joining us, Mick, talk about the numbers of the first half.
For the Haskell Indian Nation squad, as we mentioned a couple of times, only 4 players able to score, led by Boykins with 12, Campbell with 10, and 5 apiece for White and Jacobs. For Central Methodist, a whole slew of players, including a couple double-digit guys, Gay with 16, Williams with 10, Reams with 9, 6 points for Smith, 5 apiece for James and Prater, 3 for Getty.
You mentioned Nehemiah Boykins is 9 points. That's and the team best. That's impressive based on the fact that he missed 8 minutes of that first half after he took a shot to the nose, was able to come back in the game. I've been really impressed with Aaron Campbell's ability to play underneath the basket and clean up shots for Haskell. Whenever they've been effective on offense, he's been a key contributor into this offense, with Jesse White being a little slow out of the gate.
Yeah, we talked yesterday and today about additional pieces for Haskell in scoring some points besides White and Boykins, and Campbell's filling that role for them a little bit today. In that first half, the Eagles of Central Methodist shot 60% from the floor. Haskell Indian Nations only 39%. That explains the scoreboard.
Well, the curious part about the 54 points for Central Methodist, they only attempted 1 3-point shot in the entire first half. They've been absolutely dominant in the paint as we get ready for second half action here. It looks like the Indians are going to start with the basketball. As getting ready to inbounds is Azunahan, who gets it in to White, who starts it off, hands it off to Jude Harris. Looking around for Boykins, kicks it back out on the perimeter, gets it back at the top of the key. A lot of movement here for the Indians. Zunahan looks inside, nothing there. Keeping it around the perimeter. Ellenwood trying to create something back to Boykins. Gets away with a little bit of a shove and gets the floater up. It is good.
Nice job clearing some space. Legal or not, it counts for 2 points on the scoreboard, a 20-point differential.
I'm going to say Kevin James steps out of bounds, ball back the other way. That's how you cut into a deficit. Quick basket and great defense on the other side as they trap. The Eagles won't try to get out and run again. The Indians able to cut them off with 19:30 to play.
Now let's see if Jesse White can get on track here in the second half. Only 3 for 11 in the first after an outstanding performance last night.
A couple of turnovers early for him, too. It's kind of seemed like it may have been affected his confidence a little bit. He's a very confident guy. He's got the ball in his hands now. Let's see if he can create here. Dribbles off his foot, loses it the other way, and this one back in the hands of Raphael Gay, who was explosive in the first half. Wide open on the other side to Kevin James, who lays it in easy. 56-34, Eagles leads.
Oh, just a little inadvertent turnover there, obviously, and it leads to 2 points, and again the lead grows back up to 22 as it was at halftime.
Jesse White hands it off to Harris. Harris gets it back to White, fakes to his right, dribbles left, crossover move, takes inside, no, hands off to Boykins, who gets a wide open look on the backside. Great job by Neo Boykins playing off the ball and finding the easy basket.
Again, those two, the cornerstones of this Haskell program, combining once again for points.
Indians here for his first 3 possessions doing a really good job of slowing down this Eagles offense. Just kind of ran out and got out and ran with ease in the first half. A lot doing part of this guy right here, Raphael Gay, who spins in, spins out, easy layup.
Now 7 of 8 from the floor, Raphael Gain.
This Gay's 11th point of the night. Off the mark is White. Rebound back down to Haskell. Boykin from way downtown. Kisses the front of the glass. Rebound brought back down by the Eagles. Austin Prater skies for it and pulls it in.
And a backcourt foul there against White. Again, not a very well advised one.
Misspoke a minute ago. That was Raphael Gay's 18th point. Excuse me.
A little slap of the hand with Coach Macaulay Brown. Second personal against White.
Well, I think Boykin was trying to argue with the officials. And Coach Brown said, hey, man, let it go. 18 minutes to play here. 22-point lead for the Eagles. They're not trying to get out and run. They're slowing it down and letting the defense come to them. Reams now splits the defense, goes to the rack. Easy walks in for a bucket.
Nobody stepped up to help on the backside there, allowing Isaiah Reams that open path to the hoop.
That gives the Eagles a 24-point lead with 17:42 to play. Boykin palms it over to Harris. Harris gives it up around the way to Zudahan. Hands off.
Adazun,
excuse me. Addison now looking for a three, and he fakes it, brings it in, kicks it back out to Boykin. Boykin puts up a three off the mark, rebound back down to Gay, who's able to corral it, gives it off to Reams. Reams wants to get out and run again, and they do. Here come the Eagles, fast down the other way, going up strong, and just off the mark is Tommy Williams. And they call Ellenwood, is that foul? 3, no, it's going to go against Jude Harris.
Seen a lot of good sportsmanship in today's contest. Guys on the floor, oftentimes your own teammates help you up, but in this one, third or fourth time, you got assists from members of the other squad. Like to see that. After all, it is just a game.
Tommy Williams with 3 dribbles, a spin, and a shot. This one is through the net.
11 points now for Williams. A perfect 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
He's got a chance to make his team a 26-point lead. 3 dribbles and a spin again, and another made basket. Ellenwood is set to pass it in to Jesse White, who in frustration just slaps the ball, and now gives it over to Harris as the press is on with a 26-point lead from the Eagles. That one interfered with, but White able to bring it back down. Hands it off to Addison. Addison gives it up to Boykins. Boykins back to Harris. Just trying to find something through the length of this defense. Addison able to corral it, then runs into a ton of defenders. Brings that one back down, puts a shot up, kisses the front of the rim. Brought back down by the Eagles as Prater skies for it and brings it in.
Good effort by Kohan and Addison, but it's for nothing as no points on the board. Eagles pressing it down the other end.
Shot off the mark and then over to the back is going to get called as Kylan Smith just went over the back on that shot. Picks up his first foul. First team foul of the half as well. Haskell has 2 fouls through the first 3.5 here of the second half.
And again, another scoring drought for Haskell. They're 0 for their last 5, over 2 minutes without a point.
Yeah, and that's Jesse White just can't get this offense out of neutral right now. And he's trying. Boykins looks back inside, but runs into a body and not very happy is Kylan Smith. And I kind of agree with him. He was stagnant in that shot. So that will go against the Eagles and be the second team foul as well.
And they're saying on the floor, so no free throw shooting here.
Now look at the replay there. I don't know what Smith could have done to get out of the way, but regardless, the whistle goes against him. White looking inside, kicks it down low for Ellenwood. Ellenwood, this one off the mark as well. Rebound pulled back down by Prater. The Eagles want to get out and run again, and they do. Williams goes up quickly, shot up off the mark. Rebound comes back down. This was going to be off of, I'm going to say it's going to stay with the Indians.
Austin Prater listed at 6'8", got great wingspan on him. He just on the boards, he can use those arm length to tower over any of the Haskell players.
I think Austin Prater might have had a growth spurt since they listed that. He was taller than that. Kick over in the corner for Prater. Prater nothing there, gives it up. Back around the horn, back up to Williams, the left side of the key. Working on White, gives it up. Reams with a shot of the way, 3-pointer outside. About NBA range, buries that one. Pushes the lead to 29.
The 8th 3-pointer of the night for the Eagle squad.
White clearly frustrated, dribbling very hard as he gets past the timeline. Now dribbles inside, scoop, layup, off the mark again. Brought back down. Reams wants to get out and run one more time. He doesn't have the numbers, but he doesn't care. He's trying to go the length of the court. That one kicked, but not called as Jesse White is able to get in there and interfere with it. Ball coming back down the other way. Now White in the corner, one fake dribble in, kicks it out. Shot on the way from Harris, who buries that one, and finally on the board. After a long drought, the Indians have now brought it back down underneath 30 points.
And that is the 4th 3-pointer of the afternoon for the Indians.
65-39, Central Methodist leads. Kick inside, too hot for Williams to handle. Tries dribbling back around, kicks underneath for Gay. This one's swatted away. Brought back down by Harris. They've got the numbers. Do the Indians want to run? They do. White puts in, now gets Boykins wide open in the corner, but gives it up. 3 on the way. Off the mark, no good for Addison. Now brought back down by the Eagles. Now some communication here is Harris just trying to cause any kind of confusion as he can. But the Eagles able to get past the time stripe. Reams gives it up. Over to Smith. Smith, one dribble, gives it up again. Back down to Prater. Prater inside for Gay. Gay tries to muscle his way in, but is fouled. Falls to the deck, and that'll be the 3rd team foul against the Indians.
A.J. Ellenwood picked up the foul there. Had good defensive position, but then reached in and grabbed a piece of the arm going up.
That'll give us our media timeout of the second half. 14:37 here to play in the second half from the Chick-fil-A Classic on Bellevue University's campus at the new BU Fieldhouse. Jimmy Allen and Mick Krepsky with you here as the Central Methodist Eagles lead the Haskell Indian Nations University Indians 65-39. It has really been the Raphael Gay show up until this point.
Yeah, he just has dominated all the other players on the floor. 18 points, including 7 of 9 shooting from the floor. Has 4 rebounds as well, has an assist. So just it's been a very complete game for him. His teammates have built up a 26-point lead after leading by 22 at halftime.
Yeah, Jesse White, who was the star of the show for the Indians last night, has 7 points, but he is just 3 of 13 from the field. A guy that we talked very highly about. We kind of saw J.J. Montgomery shut him down the latter part of that second half, but he's just been very quiet here through this second half.
Not a lot of, again, the point we made early in the game, too, about assists to made baskets. For the Indians, only 7 assists off 16 made baskets. That's about 40%. Central Methodist has 13 assists on 22 made baskets, so a higher percentage there. That's 50-60% range. That's more like what you'd like it.
Yeah, and the one staggering thing has been the Eagles' ability to get out and run on the floor. The Indians just haven't been able to keep pace with them when they're out in transition. That's been the difference in this game so far. Coming back to action, here's Raphael Gay now at the free throw line, getting ready to shoot. He's got 18, and it's 4 or 5 from the free throws. He'll shoot 2 here. First one is May. That gets him to 19. He could be having 20 points here by the end of the second free throw. 20 points, 7 of 8 from, or 19 points, 7 8 from the free throw, or 7 8 from the field, and now 4 of 6 from the free throw line. But his Eagles are able to corral this one. Nice save there as Tommy Williams able just to keep it alive. Ball stays at Central Methodist. 66-39, Eagles lead. Got out to a 14-point lead and have not looked back since then. Reams dribbles in and gives it up. Prater, one dribble in, step 3, no, it's tipped. Boykins tries to save this one, tips it back out, and it's brought back down as Jacobs able to keep that one in possession. White dribbling in, nothing there, no look pass. Boykins not able to deliver, though. He feels like he got tipped.
Gay got a hand on that one as he was going in for the layup.
Boykins thought he got fouled, no whistle. Officials been pretty stingy with the officials in this one. Nice tip out here by Jacobs, who wants to run the length of the floor, but again, the Eagles defense gets there, but he's able to get it to roll home, and one. He'll head to the free throw line. Great hustle by Randy Jacobs Jr., the 6'1" junior, is able to make that one and draw the foul.
Pushes ahead on the 1-on-2 break. Jacobs now with 7 points on the afternoon. He'll get the free throw as well to try for the conventional 3-point play.
Yeah, this will give a chance for the Eagles to go on a 7-1 run here, too. Maybe the best run of the game if the Indians can convert this. Keelan Smith going to check out. Coming to the game for the first time is Noah Fasanut.
Jacobs, his heritage is the Oneida and Oglala Lakota nations.
A little confusion here about the shot total. Yeah, just 1. They originally signaled 2. I don't think we're allowing 5-point plays today. Shot up and off of the mark.
Only 50% from the free throw line tonight for Haskell University.
Yeah, they've been able to get to the line. They just haven't been able to deliver. 3 on the way off the mark. Rebound comes back down to White.
Noah Fasanut on that last. First time we've said his name tonight.
Yeah, he's not able to convert there despite the open look. Indians come back down the court. 3 on the way. Off the mark. No good. Fasanut gets the rebound. Brought back down, handed off to Bonaparte. Dribbles to his right, trying to create some sort of space. Hands it off to Perkins. Perkins looks inside, now kicks it back out, back in. Goes to Wulu, down to the floor. And no call yet, and then they're going to say jump ball. Possession arrow to the Eagles. It'll stay with Central Methodist.
I like the natural look that Noah Fasanut has. That's what a lot of the guys when I was in college had that look going on when they played.
I think you had that hair back in the 60s too, right?
No, I was a hippie. My hair was long and curly. And
Bonaparte puts up a shot off the mark. Brought back down by Boykins. The Indians want to get on a run. They have the numbers, but pull it back out. And reset the offense here through Jesse White. White dribbles to his right, now back to his left crossover, tries dribbling inside. Scoop layup, finally gets one to fall home. Just his 9th point, 4 of 14 from the field, but Jesse turning it on when it counts. Pulls the lead back down to 23.
Went around the rim to help use it to keep the defender off blocking his shot.
12:40 to go here in the second half. Eagles with a big lead, and they increase it here as Bonaparte gets to the rim.
Bonaparte had 10 points last night, one of 6 guys in double digits. That's his first bucket today.
Yeah, he's been doing it by distributing the basketball, and that's his first point at the rim. White dribbles inside, no look pass, kick out for a 3 on the way. It is good. Andy Jacobs Jr. is having himself a heck of a second half here. Buries that 3.
Double digits for him.
Passing out with a shot from outside. That one off the mark as well. Both have come up short. Trying to throw the length of the court is Boykins, but turns it over as Bonaparte able to cut that one off and dribble it back this way. No look pass. Boykins is able to cut that one off. And he's going to draw the fouls. Marcus Perkins tried to get in the alley-oop, but just ran into Boykins.
Yeah, good read on defense by Neo Boykins on that one to intercept it.
That'll be the 4th team foul for the Eagles.
3 team fouls against Haskell. Again, the 22-point differential on the scoreboard, exactly what it was at halftime.
Under 12 minutes to play here in the Chick-fil-A Classic. We're going to take a quick timeout here. Just looking through the scores right now. Neo Boykins leads the Indians with 14 points. Raphael Gay with 18 for the Eagles. Also, Isaiah Remans has 14. Tommy Williams with 12. Aaron Campbell with 10 for the Eagles, or for the Indians, excuse me. All those are your players in double digits.
One of the areas of improvement for Haskell Indian Nations today versus last night is points off the bench. Last night, only 13 points combined for Haskell. Already today, 20 bench points to only 11 for the Central Eagles. So getting contributions from more players today.
Yeah, with Boykins going to the bench with that injury in the first half, they had to find help from somewhere. And right now, you're just as a team, Indians just struggling to find the bottom of the net. They're 5 of 18 from 3 and 19 of 49 from the field. On the other side, the Eagles 23 of 42 from the field, 8 of 17 from beyond the arc.
3 double-digit scorers for Haskell. Boykins with 14. Jacobs, Campbell with 10 points apiece. A trio of double-digit scorers for Central Methodist as well. Gay with 19, Reams with 14, and Williams with 12.
It's the second game of a triple header today. Don't forget to stick around for Lucas Gabriel's men's basketball team for Bellevue University as they will take on Hastings. The Broncos following to these Eagles last night. The Bellevue University men's team getting off to a 1-0 start with a dominating performance over these Haskell Indians last night. Inbounds comes to the Indians as they're going to reset back over to Merrick, who gave him a little bit of spark in that first half. Kind of surprised Harold Merrick hasn't been back out on the court yet until this part of the second half as he dribbles past the pressure, gets over to White, who fakes it inside and dribbles, gets away with a little bit of a travel, kicks this one out for Merrick on the way off the mark, but the Indians get the rebound. Merrick gets his own rebound and gets into Boykins. Boykins fakes inside, now he's going to call his own number. Sky hook shot off the mark, rebound comes back down to the Eagles. They're going to get out and run one more time. And now Bonaparte slows up and gets trapped, and this one Merrick pokes it away. Trying to find White, just throws it too tall, out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Eagles.
The steal had the opportunity, but couldn't convert.
A little bit of miscommunication there between Jesse White and Harold Merrick as they're trying to figure out the communication standpoint. A lot of frustration starting to set in for the Haskell Indians. They put a little bit of a press on here. Just trying to slow this Eagles offense down. I don't know how much you can, but you got to at least try. Bonaparte now resets the offense, calls it out, guarded by White. Dribbling to his left, nothing there, brings it back out. They're going to try to set a screen, but not there. Now there's a traps on them, almost a forced turnover. Yes, the Indians able to get it away, and behind the back pass, too strong, and White can't get there.
Back-to-back times, the Indians had an opportunity, but the pass is just a little bit too sloppy and unable to convert.
Sometimes the game's moving so fast, you try to make it look good, and you don't necessarily do the fundamentally things sound. That's what it leads to, just too high of a pass, too strong of a pass. Ball's going back the other direction. Eagles set the inbounds, they do. Tommy Williams trying to bring it up and then kicks it back. Marcus Perkins is just staving off the time, trying to get past the timeline. And they do. Williams looking across the court, gives it back to Perkins. Perkins gets it out on the outside. Reams off the mark for the 3. Rebound fought for. Boykins comes down with it and holds. He'll bring it up. Now he's going to pass it off now to Hawkins. Ryan Hawkins sparingly here in the second half. Almost dribbles off his foot and does, but gets it back. Bring it out to Jesse White with 10:30 on the game clock, 17 on the shot clock. White almost does the splits at midcourt.
I'm amazed at the multiple directions his body can move.
He can just contort it each way. And again, he's now made his last 2 shots as Jesse White. 20-point differential as Merrick pokes that one away, but the Eagles able to get it back. Spin move inside, going up strong. The Sawolu, senior out of London, able to get that one to fall. 70-48, the Indians lead. Or excuse me, the Eagles lead. White dribbles inside and then pulls it back out. Trying to get the offensive set for the Indians. Dribbling around is Adazun. Adazun gives it up to Boykins. Boykins looking to his left. Nothing there now in a one-on-one situation. Spin move, pivot up, shot off the mark. Rebound brought back down by the Eagles. They're going to slow it down. It looks like the press is being pulled off by the Indians. Under 10 to play. 3 up and on the way, off the mark. Tipped out. Boykins tries to get there but doesn't. Beaten by Williams. Williams goes up strong with it and gets that one to fall. 72-48, Eagles lead.
Heads up play by Tommy Williams, reading the tip coming out to the Indians player Boykins, and got in front of that one to make the play. Timeout on the floor. Give us an opportunity to read some more texts that have come in. Play hard, Indian Nation. We love our nephew, Jesse White, watching from War Coulee, North Dakota. Love from your family, Auntie Leon, Uncle Everett, and your Pop Sonny. Thanks for joining us today on the Bellevue Bruin Sports Network. And one more in the queue here from a Haskell fan. Go Jesse. Win, lose, you're still a hero. From White Shield, North Dakota, Auntie Helen, Uncle Duff, Brother June, and Sister Moon. Thanks, everybody, for joining Jimmy and me and the players on the Bruin Sports Network.
Apologize about the camera angles, guys. We're in a brand new building. We're trying to get everything worked out. Thank you to our team in the back, just trying to get everything ironed out for us. We're using the huddle cam today, trying to follow everything around, and the pinpoint shots you see now. Trying to get this smoothed out by the start of the conference season. A brand new building comes with brand new problems, and the team here at Bellevue University has done a great job to get everything up and running for us. Jimmy Allen, Mick Krebsky with you here. Mick, I mean, obviously, 2 different stories on 2 different teams here, but what have you taken away from the Eagles' dominating performance today?
Well, Central Methodist, last year they were 15-14, 1 game above 500, but a whole new crew has provided some whole new energy for this squad. 95 points last night. They've got 72 points here tonight with just over 9 minutes remaining in this one, so they can put some points on the board with offense and a very stifling defense. On the Haskell side, we've talked about before, if they can get some complementary pieces to go along with Boykins and White, they're gonna be a team to reckon with in the Continental Athletic Conference.
Indians back on offense, is just trying to get something going here and trying to get past the smothering defense that the Eagles have put on an absolute clinic defensively here today. White dribbling into a ton of pressure, nothing there. Now to his right, almost dribbles off his foot, is able to save it, and has to reset. 12 on the shot clock.
Kudos to the coaching staff because they saw White put up 22 points last night and dominate the game.
He's been shut down completely here
today, yes.
Yeah, and he's clearly being frustrated because he knows his physical capabilities, and this Eagles defense has just been too much to handle.
He's still getting off some shots, but just about every single one of them has been highly contested.
That's going to be off his foot, and they're going to send that back Central Methodist's way. Despite almost a 30-point lead, the Eagles have just not let up at all. They have been relentless. The Indians just trying to put on a press to slow them down. It just hasn't worked. It's a lob up to the basket. Oh, and a tough shot. Prater got kind of hammered in the back of the head. No call, though. That's going to say it was off the Eagles. It's going to go back to the Indians.
Timing off just a little bit on that one.
Yeah, Austin Prater grabbing the back of his head.
Still kind of giving it a rub.
Clobbered. White brings it up past the time stripe, hands it off. Tipped away and then saved by the Indians. Back in the hands of Hawkins. He's been quiet today as well, trying to find White. Lays it out in front for him. Jesse goes up and gets it now. Sweet pass underneath. Off the mark, but draws the foul. As Aaron Campbell, who's been a key cog to this wheel today, trying to make something happen there, and draws the foul. That'll be the 5th team foul against the Eagles.
Again, White drew the defense to him. That allowed an easy look inside for a teammate. We've seen that numerous times yesterday and today.
That's going to have to be the key to success here in the last 8 minutes and 21 seconds. He's going to have to be a creator, not a shooter. Campbell's shot is up. It died on the back of the rim, but falls through the hoop. 49-72. Haskell just trying to will its way back into this game. That the Eagles' relentless pressure has just caused the difference in the scoreboard.
Campbell from our neighboring state of Iowa, Grinnell, Iowa. He's a member of the Winnebago and Meskwaki tribes.
And he makes both those free throws, cuts the lead back down to 22. Reams back out on the court. And now leading the offense again, guarded by White. Pass goes over to Prater. Prater back into Gay. Gay dribbles and loses it, but able to get it back to his possession. Hands it back off to Williams. Williams dribbles inside, nothing there. Pushing out of the defense. Dribbles inside, gets away with a carry, but it goes up strong, gets fouled. Scooped that one up. The officials didn't see it, and that's going to stay. I'm going to say in the act of shooting, it looked like it was on the floor first, but that will.
Jude Harris picks up his third foul, fourth team foul against Haskell.
And send Williams to the line.
Williams 14 points as of now, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 4 for 6 from the floor, including 2 for 2 from behind the arc.
He remains perfect at the free throw line, 73-50, 7:56 to play here in the second half. Typical 2 dribble, 1 spin, 1 shot. It is good. He stays perfect at the charity stripe, 74-50 with 7:56 to play. Haskell just trying to get the ball past the sideline. The press has been an absolute issue today. This Eagles' athleticism has been incredible. Is driving to the lane. Harris takes it up and gets the shot up and is fouled. Excuse me, Ryan Hawkins gets to the line. Chance to convert the old-fashioned three-point play.
Nice job of splitting the 2 defenders to create that seam to the hoop. He'll get another shot here from the free throw line. Hawkins, just his first basket of the night. A perfect 1 for 1 from the floor.
Shot is up.
And 1 for 1 from the free throw line.
21-point deficit, 7:42 to play. The Eagles not letting up at all. They're still running the floor and trying to push the offense. Now they dribble it out.
Again, look at the spacing on the floor for the Eagles. They can create a whole lot of angles and opportunities for back picks to the hoop.
Just like that. Raphael Gay again.
And now over 20 points. 20 points last night, 21 tonight for Raphael Gay.
Absolutely dominating performance this week in the Chick-fil-A Classic. White pulls up from the elbow, off the mark. Rebound comes back down. That foul is going to go against Aaron Campbell.
Foul shot to Indians, number 30, Aaron Campbell, his second.
That'll be the 5th team foul for the Indians.
Team 5.
Stay with Eagles, no free throws. Eagles with 6 fouls, 5 for the Indians. A little bit of light pressure here in the backcourt. Just trying to slow this offense down, and another foul. That'll go against Randy Jacobs Jr.
There's too much body there trying to prevent the dribble across the half-court line. Second personal foul, 6th team foul now.
Neil Boykins checking back in here for Haskell. Trying to cut back into this 23-point lead with 7 minutes to go. Harris now guarding. Reams dribbles to his left. Trying to find some room, eventually gets rid of it, gives it up to Smith. Smith 3 on the way and nails it. They get a 26-point lead for the Eagles.
Smith now with 3 3-pointers on the day, 9 points for him.
Harris hands it off. Boykins trying to create something, gives it back to Harris. All the way from the logo, gives it up. It's like Addison thought about it, and it's too tall of a pass. Boykins can't climb the ladder. It's going to go back to the Eagles. 6:34 to play here in the second game of our triple header of the Chick-fil-A Classic. The Central Methodist University Eagles leading the Haskell Indian Nations University Indians 79-53 with just under 6:30 to play. Williams just trying to dribble some clock, now pulls up to the mid-range, off the mark. Ooh, and then just trying to get his own rebound. It goes a little too strong and fouls Randy Jacobs Jr. That'll be the 7th team foul and will put the Indians into the bonus.
Well, both teams will be shooting free throws for the rest of this one except for offensive fouls.
A lot of deep breaths from the Haskell side of things right now. They've been trying their best to keep pace with this Eagles high-octane, fast-paced defense and offense. The Eagles give them all they can handle so far in this one. Jacobs to the free throw line. His first one is up. It is good.
11 points on the day.
lead cut to 25. Jacobs with a chance to make it 24. Shot is up. It's good. 6:16 to go. Massive lead here for the Eagles. We'll see if they try to run some clock here, if they keep the offense smoothly running. Gay almost gets this one stripped away. Williams dribbles in, then gets rid of it. Off the Reams. Reams goes to the hoop and is fouled. It's going to be a reach in by Ryan Hawkins. That'll put the Eagles into the bonus now. So now we get a free throw contest.
Yep. They'll say he was in the act of shooting, so 2 free throws upcoming here for Isaiah Reams. Mexico, Missouri, his hometown.
Reams has been the focal point of this offense tonight. Maybe not scoring as much, but has been the facilitator. And now he's got a free throw that counts. Gets his team to 80 total points with still 6 minutes to go here in the game.
6 assists today for Isaiah Reams. That's tops on the team.
That's his 15th point of the night as well, as he is perfect. 6 for 6 from the free throw line as well. 6 minutes to play. A 26-point lead for the Eagles.
Cordell Funmaker checks back into the Haskell lineup.
That's Radenmacher in as well. Radenmacher trying to find something and then just gets this one poked away. The Eagles have just not let up. Radenmacher stands at 5'10" and is guarded by a 6'3" guy. It's pretty tough to get in and over.
He's going to be looking up at a lot of guys on the floor.
Boykins drives the hole and is able to, this one off the rim. Looked like that was going to fall through and just rolls off the front end of the cylinder. Awkward looking 3 off the mark. Rebound goes back down to the Indians. The Eagles just taking whatever the defense is giving them at this point, up 26. Radenmacher 2 on the way, just off the mark. Brought back down by Reams, and kind of feels like both teams starting to let off the gas a little bit here.
Both teams have got to be tired after 40 minutes last night and 40 minutes today.
And really a full-length game the whole way by both teams as Gay just spins in, spins out. He hasn't missed too many tonight, and that theme continues.
23 points now for Raphael Gay after 12 last night.
5 minutes to go as the clock continues to wind here. Haskell just trying to put something on film that looks positive. Boykins, round in and out, shot up by Funmaker. That one falls through.
Good job of staying with that by Funmaker. Took that pass off the face, but then grabbed it and maneuvered his way for the bucket.
Long distance 3 on the way. That is good. As Tommy Williams drills that, the 6'4" senior out of East St. Louis, Illinois. Count 3 more, 86-57. 4:34 to go, and we got a timeout on the floor. Don't forget to join us today for the Bellevue University men's game. Following this, they'll take on the Hastings Broncos right here on the Bellevue Sports Network. All Eagles in this one.
Yeah, Williams with that last shot. That's his 3rd three-pointer. He's made all 3 of his 3-point attempts. 10 total 3-pointers for the Eagles. Williams with 19 points on the game.
Despite the scoreboard, you got four players for Haskell in double digits right now, so there's some positives to take away from this. They're obviously going to have to regroup after this weekend and get back to the drawing board. But it's non-conference games. The season doesn't really start for any of these teams for a couple of weeks. So you got to take away the positives and build what you can going forward for both of these squads.
Yeah, Central Methodist, members of the Heart of America Athletic Conference, a very strong basketball conference. They've done a great job putting together a new team after losing their top 5 scorers from last year. The Haskell Indian Nation squad, part of the Continental Athletic Conference. That's a conference that goes from coast to coast. It was started as a kind of a conference for teams that weren't in a conference. They gave an opportunity to play some games. So it used to be called the AAIAW, and I've since forgotten what that is because it's too hard to remember. Continental's a whole lot easier.
Probably why they changed it.
Yeah.
4:34 left to go here in the second half. Eagles in dominating fashion so far. Both teams into the bonus, but the Indians will start with the ball here. Jacobs set to inbound. Jesse White back out there. He'll bring it up the court. Press pulled off by the Eagles. They've really been guarding the full length of the court up until this point of the game. Look inside for Funmaker, who gives it up on the outside. Dribbling in and another kick back out. They're just going around the horn here. Badmaker now gives it back up to Funmaker. Funmaker 3 on the way off the mark. Skying for it is Marcus Perkins, who brings it down. Going the other way is Isaiah Bonaparte. Bonaparte, who's led the offense for about half of this game. Is now back in control and then puts a shot up, and this one is good. 88-57, Eagles lead.
Eagles shooting 56% on today's game. That's a pretty blistering place. You're going to win a lot of games shooting that well.
Very high clip. They've been very effective on both sides of the court. Funmaker dribbling in, looking outside as the Indians just trying to find some sense of offense. That's a good guy to get the ball in the hands of White, who finds a wide open look on the other side for Campbell, who passes that one up, dribbles it, can't find anything underneath. Hands it back off to Funmaker. Just the Eagles defense is just so smothering. That tipped out by the Eagles, going to stay with the Indians with just 1 second left on the shot clock.
Got to be a catch and shoot for Haskell here. I'm looking for Jesse White to be on the receiving end. But first, a whistle from across the way.
Let's take another timeout. 3:25 to go. Central Methodist 88, Haskell 57. Raphael Gay with 19 points, Tommy Williams with 14, Isaiah Reams with 4 as well. Those three guys may be done for the day, but 3 incredible performances by the leaders of the Central Methodist team.
Great efforts on both days for Central Methodist. They'll come out of this class with a 2-0 record, a great start to their new season. Macaulay Brown, the coach for Haskell, I think realized only 1 second on the shot clock, so he called the timeout, has a few left in his pocket, so maybe try to set up something here, a catch and shoot for somebody on his squad.
Yeah, I know somebody may be watching and saying, hey, you're down 31 points. Why call a timeout here? You got to coach. You got to continue to coach. You got to continue to get your players better. This is a long season. This is a neutral site game. You're a long way from, well, I guess not a long way from home. You're long enough away from home from Kansas. You're not in Kansas anymore. You got to find a way to take some things positively away from this, put some stuff on film, and get better.
Yeah, somewhere down the road you might face the same situation with the game on the line. They're not going to win this one, but it could be an opportunity to win one later on in the season in the closing seconds.
3:25 left to play here in our second of a triple header on the campus of Bellevue University's Jesse White set to inbounds. The Eagles a little late to get out of the break. It'll allow the Eagles to set up their defense here. And Jesse White will have the inbounds for the Indians. Gets a lob to the rim. Wow, Funmaker able to catch it and get the shot off. They're going to say shot violation. He didn't catch it and shoot release quick enough. That's about as good of a look as you can get in that situation, though. Great pass by Jesse White.
Defender had his back turned to the throw-in, and Funmaker almost able to convert it.
White harassing Bonaparte. Bonaparte kicks out and wing for a 3. It is up. It is good.
Noah Fasanut
drills that one. Wide open look. Count the basket. Just over 3 to play. White with a crossover. Trying to find some sense of offense, and he does. Splits the defense. Puts that one up. That is good. It's Jesse White's 13th point of the game.
Another slice to the basket by White.
Clock ticks under 3. 91-59. Eagles lead. Fasanut looking for something, nothing there. Kicks it back out for Perkins. Perkins puts up a shot off the front iron. Tip back out, though. Fasanut able to bring it back in. 6 seconds on the shot clock, 2:38 in the game. Bonaparte just trying to dribble out as much air out of the basketball as he can. Kicks out for Giddy. Giddy with a 3 on the way, and another 3-point shot, and another made basket for the Eagles. They're now 9 of 19. At a 42% clip for the Eagles. And then another response from Jesse White on the other end. 94-62 is 2:10 left to go in this game.
You know, what's great to see is none of these guys have slackened off. They're still playing at a high intensity.
And a great steal there. Looking on the other side for Funmaker. White with a facilitation. Basket is good.
Jesse White, a great example of that over the last 2 plays.
Yeah, he kind of personifies intensity, right? I mean, the way he plays, even ones aren't going well, it's high intense level. Is foul. 8th team foul for the Indians, and that's going to send Bonaparte to the free throw line. Harold Merrick will come back in for Jesse White. Probably the last we're going to see of Jesse White tonight. The 6-foot junior from White Shield, North Dakota, heads over to the bench.
Mr. Basketball for the state of North Dakota in high school. He was an all-conference player for the MODAC conference in JUCO college, and continuing to shine now at Haskell.
Bonaparte missed his free throw, but went up and got it, then turned the ball over. 1:36 left to go in the game, and probably not going to see a whole lot more offense from either side here. The Indians maybe trying to get something going. Merrick gets inside and then kicks it out for Campbell. Campbell going to draw the foul. Swallow going to pick up the foul.
Campbell with 12 points on the afternoon, 2 for 2 from the free throw line as he gets ready for 2 more.
It'll be Jacobs, Randy Jacobs.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, Jacobs Jr. at the free throw line. RJJ hits that one. Jacobs' second free throw, a spin, it's up, it is good. 94-66, 128 to go. The press still on as Merrick trying to just slow the Eagles offense down. Bonaparte beats the time stripe and then gives it up. Perkins dishes out another three on the way, and that one off the mark, but I thought Sawolu was going to be able to get his own rebound, but not able to get there. 1:14 to go. 28-point game in favor of the Central Methodist Eagles.
They'll say Eagles will retain possession of the basketball. Now the officials will confer just to double check that. The outside official looked for help from his buddies.
Yeah, and we're on a little bit of a delay here, so I can see I have the benefit of replay, and it does look like that was off one of the Indians, so that's the right call. Swallow is going to get the inbounds and hand it back off. No, he keeps it. Looking inside, and that one going to be off the foot of Jacobs. They're going to have to fix the shot clock, too, because they put a fresh 20 up there. No, they don't fix it.
This point, kind of a moot point.
Yep, Bonaparte goes up strong, not able to finish. Then back into the hands of Perkins, who's able to get that one to fall. Under a minute to play, 96-66, Eagles lead.
And with that basket, Perkins becomes the final Central Methodist player to score a bucket this afternoon. Everybody who has played for the Eagles has put points on the board.
It's tough to lose a basketball game that way. Great effort there by Campbell coming off the back end to put that on the backside. 68-96. 26 seconds on the shot clock, 36 on the game clock. You probably see the Eagles try to dribble this out as much as they possibly can here. Bonaparte dribbles to the rim and kicks out. 3 up on the way, off the mark. Tipped out, going to stay with the Eagles. Just 3 seconds to fight the shot in game. Shot up, that one's off the mark as well. Back down to the Indians. Going to try to get out of run, put one more basket up here. Shot up, trying to draw a foul, no foul called. Brought back down by Campbell. Campbell trying to find something. Tipped up and then brought back down to the Eagles. They're probably going to dribble this one out. Nope, they're going to hold this for the end of the game. 2 seconds, 1 second. That's going to do it. That's going to be your final. 96-68, the Central Methodist Eagles hold off the Haskell Indian Nations University Indians by 28 points. Mick, lots unpacked for both teams.
Well, members of the Heart of America Athletic Conference, they should be well aware now this Central Methodist squad can put some points on the board. 95 points last night, 96 points today. So that's a pretty good 95.5% average on the season, and also played some pretty stifling defense as well and picking up 2 wins.
Talked about this with Bellevue University's women, but when you have so many players that are scorers for you, it's really easy to win basketball games when you have players coming in and out. There isn't much of a drop-off in a talent standpoint.
Exactly right. Same thing for Central Methodist. All 11 players who were on the floor today put points on the board, led by Raphael Gay's 23, all the way down to the final 2 points scored there by Perkins. So everybody gets to say, hey, I contributed to the effort this afternoon.
Yeah. Raphael Gay is going to be one of those guys you're talking about on the Hart watch list at the end of the season for a conference. All conference style players. I mean, he's definitely that level of talent. He scored at will in the first half of this game and just kind of dictated the pace in the first 5 minutes of this game.
And for the Haskell Indian Nations University, they picked up some things, 0-2 record-wise, but they picked up some things that they can work on and improve on and say, hey, we've got some potential. We're gonna grow. We got a couple of really good players, and we got a couple of people who, if they get better, will contribute, and this will make for a formidable team.
Jimmy Allen and Mick Krepsky with you here. Don't forget to stick around. We have men's basketball action from Bellevue University as Lucas Gabriel's 1-0 Bellevue University Bruins gets ready to take on the 0-1 Hastings Broncos. Come back. Mick Krepsky's got your call. We'll see you on the other side.
Thanks, Jimmy.
All right, buddy. See you in a couple weeks. I will do my best.